Hello, this is Crypto Neptune. We're going to listen in on a 3 minute and 50-second clip of Paul Neuner and Parker talking about the future of money and also what are the next step to launch the digital asset bank. So let's go ahead and dive right into it.
Um, I think it's quarterly. We'll be giving quarterly updates to the association in terms of the status of the escrow and of the progress of the company. And so that's basically the plan. From a timeline perspective, the close is scheduled for September 2nd. So we'd have to get this proposal voted on, then through the compliance committee, um, to be able to then close on the second. We're also obviously opening the escrow accounts in parallel. Then we were very hopeful that that turns around into a charter by the end of the month, and that's the goal. Once we do have the charter, we're hopeful we can launch very soon after that. They're getting it into V5 of the app. Obviously, it takes a little bit more time, mainly because there's other outside factors there, in terms of issuing bank accounts and those sorts of things and cards.
So, real quick, did you hear that? This is the first time of me actually hearing Paul Neuner or the team mention cards also. So not only will they be launching bank accounts at the different local levels, but now cards will also be in play. That is an absolute game changer, as that's going to show more and more uses of Telcoin.
But we're on the doorstep, and we're very excited. And this also puts some. These are all, well, I'd say the majority of the large investors coming in are from Nebraska. They're very familiar with the governor there, the senators there. They're very heavily invested and knowledgeable of all the people that are involved in this, and excited to invest in Nebraska. And that also puts a lot of really positive pressure on all of us to deliver. They're putting suddenly very tight timeframes on the company to deliver, and that's good for everybody, right? So very excited about these investors coming in, and that finally here and able to kind of get to this next stage. Um, Anything else, Parker, you think I've missed, or should we open it to questions?
I think we should open it to questions. Just recapping, it's 5 billion Tel. Paul's also effectively matching that or close to it with his own capital, guaranteeing it with some large investors. We're going to get this bank off immediately. If you think about it, Telcoin Holdings is banking the Internet of Money, and Telcoin Network and this whole association is the Internet of Money. And the two things, when combined, are within this marketplace incredibly unique. There is no one that has a blockchain and a bank, uh, or the distribution from telecoms. And when you combine those things, this stuff gets really
There, yeah,
exciting. So
yeah. I think
yeah.
there's a lot of people out there that claim that they're already a crypto bank. You know, I don't I don't think that exists yet, in my opinion. Every bank account number in the United States still directly, flows onto the balance sheet of a fiat ledger, off-chain ledger. I think we're very close. If we could do it tomorrow, we would be. And I think by the time we're able to do it, we still will be the first to connect U.S. bank account numbers directly to a self-custodied, natively issued digital cash stablecoin that's issued by the same financial institution. And so that is something that is exciting, and really the kind of holy grail, I think, here, and what everyone's trying to do. So um, the time is of the essence, and could we get there without this with a couple more months? Probably, but we saw this opportunity, and we, we're very eager to get across the finish line.
Yeah, so a great interview there by Paul Neuner and Parker as they kind of chime in, but let's break down what they talked about. So they want to be able to have that state chartered bank approved by the end of September. So have everything, all their ducks in a row, and thereafter launching Telcoin Bank. And to do this and to speed up the process, what Paul has done is put up his own capital, which is important. And it shows that he believes in the mission of Telcoin and what they're trying to achieve. Now, what I didn't know was there were some heavy hitter Nebraska investors that have put up capital to invest in Telcoin and they see the future. So this is an absolute game changer. And believe it or not, there are some people with money in the Omaha Metro and Lincoln area, and they see this as kind of that gold rush opportunity. And again, like I mentioned, the launch of the digital asset bank somewhere around the beginning of October. He talked about V5, the V5 app, and it sounds like to me this is going to be most likely achieved Q4 of this year. But once the app gets up and running and we have all this digital cash flowing around globally, it's going to put more and more uses on Telcoin, which is the gas token of Telcoin network, which is the blockchain. He talked about being able to issue those bank accounts at the local level. So this is different. These are not bank accounts on a traditional banking ledgers. These will be bank accounts on the blockchain, which is pretty much futuristic and the way things are going to go in crypto. And Telcoin has first movers advantage. He also, like I mentioned, he mentioned cards. Cards had not been mentioned a lot at all by Telcoin leadership. So imagine being able to have your bank account having like a debit card hooked to it. That is awesome because then again, you're putting more and more a use case for Telcoin, the gas token. Being able to also issue stablecoins, that digital cash at the local level. No other project can claim to do that. No other project can claim to say that they are a digital asset bank who can issue stablecoins because Telcoin is the only one that can do that. And then Parker mentioned this is like a unique situation because not only will you have a digital asset bank, but you'll be merging that with a blockchain. And oh, by the way, we have this additional layer of telecom. So this is like the perfect storm for an undervalued gem like Telcoin to explode up and to the right. And if we look like real quick, this went over real well. There's positive sentiment within Telcoin. Everybody likes the direction of Telcoin. Telcoin is up 11.01%, sitting at 0.005 and some change. And there's been a shift in the market also due to some different things happening globally, economically. But this is all kind of tying in nicely back up to a $500 million market cap and 3.1 million in trading volume. So the volume is picking back up, which we like to see, and the best form of marketing is green candles. So we're getting those green candles, and essentially, that's what we like to see. And going down here and looking, the Telcoin leadership team put this tweet out, and it says Telcoin is building the Internet of Money, upgrading the financial system with the power of blockchain, powered by stablecoins. We're uniting the speed and affordability of modern networks with the trust and security of traditional finance. Yep, merging blockchain technology with traditional finance and having that security and trust because there's some consumer protection involved there. But yeah, this is an awesome tweet. They put it out about an hour ago. And then the juggler, he put this tweet out, but a nice little infograph here, and it says we're in for a loaded Q4. Investors seeing value in Telcoin. Paul putting his holdings in escrow shows strong confidence in the bank, accountability to investors in terms, and then Telcoin Digital Asset Bank still being first. Yeah, so a lot to unpack there, but I cannot emphasize this enough. This is a project in which you are going from that immature crypto mindset to a sophisticated crypto project that's going to lead us into different use cases for crypto and blockchain technology. And this is what this is. This is a project that has been building since 2017, going through all the hurdles, going through all the steps, going through all the legal process to make sure they can legally issue stablecoins worldwide. So going this route and being ahead of everybody, because everybody else is spinning their wheels trying to figure out how they can be a digital asset bank. And Telcoin is the only one that has been doing it and not trying to cut corners. So 9 times out of 10, when you're not cutting corners and you're doing things the right way, it tends to work out to your advantage because you have done all the legwork, you've done all the grunt work, and it puts you 2 steps ahead of the competition. So I hope you enjoyed this video on Telcoin, as it is the future of money and it is a gem that you highly need to keep taking a look at. I will leave my referral link in the YouTube description if you want to download the Telcoin app and buy some Telcoin, whether linking your debit card to it or sending USDT or USDC from another crypto exchange and then buying your Tel that way. I want to thank you for listening to this video and thanks for stopping by.